Really good win today. Really tough, hard-fought win. Western's a really good football team. Tremendous amount of respect for them, and Coach Elliott, coach, is doing a really good job here. And we knew it was going to be a four-quarter game, and they're so good up front on defense. We had a tough time blocking them early on, and thankful to get a few turnovers to maybe flip the field on them a little bit. But all road wins are great wins. They're all tough wins in this league. You know, it's going to be fun to get back home, but this two-game stretch we had here at Northern Iowa, at Western Illinois, is really difficult, and proud of the way the guys responded today in a tough environment, tough place to play at night, and I thought we had a four-quarter football game. It wasn't perfect by any means, but it's never going to be in this league as good of opponents that we face every week. So happy with the win. They're tough to block, to be honest with you. I mean, they blitz some. They blitz some off the edge, and they're just relentless up front. You know, they just do a great job of getting pressure and some line games and stuff, and stuff that we knew was going to be a difficult task. And we were able to hit the one screen, which was big, to Lance, and then we were trying to just spread them out a little bit. But they've got a great defensive line.
Another road win. What's the key to that? You know, what do you got to do?
Well, just making sure that we attack every day during the week and give ourselves a chance to be successful. And then our guys understand the routine that we have on the road. And we had a really solid walkthrough on Friday, a really good one on Saturday. I credit the veterans, the leaders on this football team, for making sure that the guys were ready to go. I thought when we went out to warm-ups and there wasn't a lot of people out there that our crew was really amped up and ready to go, and I thought that we played a really good first half.
Chris, can you describe the play of your secondary, 4 picks today? A pretty good quarterback in this league.
Yeah, really good quarterback in this league. We probably dropped 2 or 3 that we should have had, but he's a really talented player, and I was really the one interception that James had was a phenomenal play across the middle with a big pick. And then Michael Tutsi came in and made some good plays, and we think Tutsi's a really good player and happy for him. There's some things we still need to shore up and work on, and you know, we need to be able to handle a real mobile quarterback like that, because he hurt us in the one drive that they scored on by just we couldn't bring him to the ground.
Injury list? You have some guys go out.
We had a number of guys go out. I don't have any information right now. We just had a lot of guys get banged up this week.
Marquise came free on the blitz and knocked the ball from McGuire, and then Marlette.
Is that what happened? I never did see that.
That seemed to kind of just give you
Absolutely. That gave us a big lift. And for Dan to have the wherewithal to pick it up and take it in for a score was really important, and kind of maybe turn the momentum on our side, for not for good, but for the rest of that half. And I was hoping that we could put some things together on that first drive of the third quarter to get up 24-7 to give us a little breathing room.
Against a veteran quarterback like that, how are you able to create turnovers like you said?
Well, you got to get pressure on him for starters. You have to try to make him uncomfortable in there, and I thought our guys did that. Even when he was scrambling, you know, and had to make quick decisions. And then we made a couple really nice plays on the football, and I thought we disguised some coverages pretty well. It's hard to rattle this kid. I'm one of the biggest McGuire fans there is. I think the kid's a great football player.
Chris, did Robbie have an injury as well?
I believe so, but once again, Dom, I don't know the extent of what his was or what Bruce's was.
How about Hendricks' evolution at that spot? He was really good last year. How has he even improved in 2018?
Well, just being over there full time in the spring was really important. You know, he was playing the strong safety last fall and even some will linebacker. And in the spring, we moved him strictly to free safety where Trey was at. And then in the fall, we moved Jackson Brown to linebacker to give James even more reps there. And he's playing quarterback is so important for him to be able to read quarterback's eyes, read offensive sets. That's a huge advantage for him. And then he's a great athlete. You know, he's got phenomenal hands and knows how to go up and high point the football.
Just a little bit of, I don't know, bounce back into the defense after you lit up the yards.
Oh, I think so. I mean, we can. You know, I'm always going to tell you we're going to take them one game at a time. And I told the guys on Monday, whatever you did last week in our league has no bearing on what's going to happen in the next week. And I'll tell them that again this Monday, that whatever we did today will have no bearing next week. But there was no question that I think the defense had some really good focus and had a really good week of preparation. We played a lot of base things this week. Played a lot of what we call big zones, cover 3, cover 2, some pressures, but not a ton, just to try to settle them down and let them just play fast.
Another big game from Darius. He just continues to elevate in 2018.
He's a really tough kid to cover, and I think Easton knows when he's in man coverage on things, and is able to utilize his great speed and his great ability to catch a football. I mean, that he does a really good job of controlling his body and making plays on the ball.
Got a fast start last week because we got off to a kind of a slow start last game and the game before on defense especially. So just a fast start and consistency, you know, locking in your keys and reads and playing fast.
McGuire has been a very successful quarterback, but you were able to turn him over 4 times and they got the interception. What do you think you were able to do to create some of those turnovers?
I mean, those guys up front, they're getting after everyone this year, and that's what we can really appreciate as backers. I mean, they're clearing the way for us to, you know, plugging up holes and getting us good sack patterns. So,
Levi, did the defense take to today personally after what happened last week? Was this a personal week for you guys after how Northern Iowa?
A little bit. We had a chip on our shoulder, but I mean, a game's a game. Every week's, you know, you gotta give your best shot, and you're gonna get their best shot every week. So we just had to buckle down and practice through the snowstorm and everything. We're outside this week, so we locked in and got it done.
How big was Dan's play at the end of the first half to, I guess, get you guys some momentum into the halftime break?
I'm so happy for Dan. That was incredible. I mean, that was a long time coming. I was waiting for one of those for him.
What about the snowstorm? Did that do anything for you guys? I mean, a little tough guy thing going on?
Well, we put sweatpants and long sleeves on, but don't let the freshmen do it. So.
Levi, what have you seen out of James on the back end? I know he played pretty well for you guys last year. How is he even now going to a different spot, improved in 2018?
I think he's really stepped up his game, just being a year older, knowing more. I mean, he's a junior now. He's only sophomore last year, and he's still making a ton of plays. But this year, being a junior, just really filling in that role and feeling comfortable back there and knowing where his eyes should be on every play.
With, you know, an atmosphere, how big was tonight for you guys?
It's huge. To win on the road in the Valley is hard to do, and back-to-back weeks, road trips, and 2 tough places to play for different reasons, but it's tough to play here, and that's a really good football team, especially defensively. They got some really good players, and so it's huge to go 2 weeks in a row and win both of them.
What does it do for the offense when you see the defense score a touchdown for you?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, they played really, really well tonight. Obviously, Dan made a huge play and was able to get it in the end zone. And then, you know, I don't know how many takeaways they had, but there was a lot of them, and gave us a bunch of short fields. Unfortunately, we weren't able to finish in the red zone like you'd like as an offense. But shoot, if they keep giving us short fields, we'll find a way. So credit to those guys.
Was there any deflating moment when you saw Bruce limp off? You guys still were able to put up points tonight, but how much did that change things when Bruce got hurt?
Bruce is a special player. Obviously, hated seeing that. Didn't see what happened, but he's a special player and a special leader, and he was right there on the sidelines and keeping guys in the game and doing a really good job as a leader the whole second half. So we're lucky to have him.
Is there any frustration out there? It seems like you were running around almost every play. If you weren't getting sacked, you were scrambling or stepping up.
Yeah,
frustration build or not?
I mean, a little bit. Obviously, we weren't putting the ball in the end zone there for a little bit. We had some short fields, I think, to start the game, and then another one there in the third quarter with an interception. So just as an offense, obviously, we want to take advantage of those opportunities and put it in the end zone. But shoot, I mean, ran the ball well, you know, on some outside stuff, and Lance and Ty and even Adam there at the end did a really good job. And guys just keep battling. Tanner goes out, comes back in, and keeps battling. So proud of the guys and how they competed.
So Levi mentioned the snowstorm having, you know, preparing you guys somehow. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, our mantra, I guess, is attack the process, and you know, we play to a standard, and that's every day in practice. And so whether, you know, we're in the Fargo Dome and as Coach Kramer calls us, dome babies, and get to enjoy that, or we're practicing when it's you know, snowing sideways, it doesn't matter. Guys understand that we got to take a step each day, and guys prepared really well, you know, even with the conditions this week, and I think that's a big reason we were able to come here and win.
You
you have an interesting perspective on what you saw out of James's career. Now to see him play a different spot in 2018, what have you seen how he's elevated his game?
He's so much fun to watch. I get caught just watching number 6 fly around because, shoot, he's just a tough dude and loves the game and loves his teammates. And you can tell every Saturday just the way he competes that's the case. And practices really hard. He's a great leader for us and obviously unbelievably unselfish for the position change and special teams. Whatever you ask him to do, he's going to do it to the best of his abilities. And so, we're really lucky to have James.
Lance, was this one different from last week in any regard?
I mean, it's a little different, just a different environment, not as much people. And we knew that coming in, we were going to have to create our own energy out here. Not a lot of fans out here, so we came up with the mindset, just bring our own energy and just do what we do, play our game.
Lance, how did things change, if at all, when Bruce went down? Was there any mood change in the huddle, or what happened there late in this first half?
Nothing changed. No mood change. We always have that mentality to when one guy goes down, the next man up, and we've always had that mentality. So we know we when he went down, it's unfortunate for him, but we knew that we're going to keep the wheels rolling.
I know you're not a doctor. You feel like he'll be back though? I mean,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how bad it is.
What does it mean to have a defense like this that's, I think they got, 4 turnovers today, 5 turnovers?
Yeah, man, our defense is explosive. They make plays, and that's good. And, that's good for them to get off the field and let the offense just roll and shoot some clock out. And that's I'm proud of them. They played a great game, all phases.